Wow, what is Buzigahill? Buzigahill is the engine for Return to Sender. We are a clothing brand based in Kampala, and we are the best upcyclers in the world. So what we do is we upcycle secondhand clothes that we source from Owino Market here in Kampala, and we process them and ship them back to where they came from. So the secondhand clothing supply chain is a lie, and it has been masked as charity. Basically, citizens of the global north believe that when they donate clothes, they are doing good for people in the global south. But it's actually a billion-dollar industry right now. You've got middlemen, you've got clothing importing businesses in Uganda. It's all a trade. No Africans are receiving clothes for free. The back is higher than the front, you know? I studied fashion in Berlin. I moved to Paris and interned and worked there. I wanted the finest materials, the big names, the big brands. And I crashed at some point, and there was no real impact. And I felt that just making clothes for the sake of making beautiful clothes and selling them wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. Well, I noticed that I was no longer very connected to my home. So I started doing my research, and I was quite embarrassed then to realize that, well, I'm actually part of the system that's causing economic downfall in the global south, and that's exploiting the global south. I was also very embarrassed to find that I didn't really know how precious Ugandan cotton used to be. And growing up here, I didn't even know. Back in the 40s and the 50s, Uganda was one of the biggest producers of cotton in sub-Saharan Africa. Primarily, of course, for the British Empire, for the imperialists. I was very naive when I moved back to Uganda, and I would create this brand, and we would be the most sustainable cotton brand in the country, and we would export, all of that. And I actually worked within the cotton industry for about 2 years. And it was during that process that it became very clear to me that what I actually wanted to do was not possible. The industry was in decline. I realized then that I need to look into secondhand clothes. The practical. So how things work. We source the clothes at Owino Market and we put them into a system. They're washed, some have holes, buttons are missing, so we fix all of that. And then these clothes are paired, and then the clothes go to the tailors. Looking at it in a metaphorical and political sense, it's part of the audacity of what we're doing to actually elevate these clothes that have been thrown away and put them on a runway. I mean, you know, our clothes are hanging next to Margiela. The fact is, even though secondhand clothes provide income for millions of people on the continent, we can't remain at the end of the secondhand clothing supply chain. And we also can't remain just at the beginning. Those in-between jobs are what we want as well. And Owino Market is a hub for upcycling. We learn a lot from the market, by the way. People at the market are doing extremely vital work, but I just think it can't end at the market. We've got to see people creating amazing stories. And to be clear, I really don't like fashion. I still think the system is completely rigged, and yet it could be so powerful because it's such a long supply chain and there's so many people involved. You could have real impact.